Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I am Reverend Keven Kadel. What's on my mind is reaction versus response. Consider that your mind includes not only your thoughts, but thoughts that are conscious and not so conscious. That mind includes feelings, and mind includes intuitions. The mind in What's on My Mind is a multidimensional version of mind. And learning more about all facets of your life, your relationships, your career, your finances, you ultimately learn more about that force for good within you, and you live more of your true essence, which is living spirit. Distinguishing between reacting and responding helps heal and grow consciousness. By reacting less and responding more, you direct your mind more positively and productively. You live more in accord with that force for good within you, and your life naturally gets better. If you're anything like me, objectively examining my thinking, scanning my mind, that can tend to focus at times on my life's challenges and failures and shortcomings. Of course, focusing on anything, be it negative or positive, tends to amplify it and maybe blow it out of proportion. It does prove the premise that one's thoughts do create one's perceived reality, albeit not in the most positive and productive way. Becoming more aware of what's on your mind, becoming more aware of when you react versus when you respond, becoming more aware of that empowers you to direct your thinking away from the negative and towards the positive. The metaphysical premise is that your thoughts create your reality, or more precisely, your perceptions of reality. On the one hand, there is a two or more agreed upon objective reality. There are observations that others confirm. There are undisputed facts and evidence. There are circumstances and conditions. And then on the other hand, there is your mind. There is my mind. Your perceptions, your version, your rendition, your take, your spin on objective reality. Now, the parable of the Dallas farmer helps illustrate at least one aspect of how mind creates differing perceptions of the same set of facts. Here goes the parable. There once was a farmer in ancient China who owned a horse. "You are so lucky," his neighbors told him. "You have a horse to pull that cart for you." "Maybe," the farmer replied. One day he didn't latch the gate properly and the horse ran away. "Oh no, that's terrible news," his neighbors cried. "Such bad luck." "Maybe," the farmer replied. A few days later, the horse returned, bringing with it 6 wild horses. "How fantastic! You're so lucky," his neighbors told him. "Maybe," the farmer replied. The following week, the farmer's son was breaking in one of the horses when it threw him to the ground, breaking his leg. "Oh no," the neighbors cried. "Such bad luck all over again." "Maybe," the farmer replied. The next day, soldiers came and took away all the young men to fight in the army. The farmer's son was left behind because he had a broken leg. "You are so lucky," his neighbors cried. "Maybe," the farmer replied. Notice the farmer's perceptions versus the neighbor's perceptions. The neighbors react with bad luck, good luck. The farmer responds with maybe. Neighbors are reacting. Their perceptions appear to be out of habit or pattern or belief. Farmer is responding. Farmer's perceptions are mindful. They include more thoughts and feelings and intuitions. As you become less reactive and more responsive, you are naturally more mindful of positive thoughts and feelings and intuitions. And you live a more loving, peaceful, joyous, and compassionate life. How do you get to that mindful state? Spiritual practices. Those spiritual practices shift your mind to a greater good that's already present and operative in your life. Here's a simple yet powerful spiritual practice to help you reduce reacting and increase responding. It all begins with setting a powerful, positive intention, and that intention is to become less reactive and more responsive. In so doing, notice any tendency to react, to do as the farmer's neighbors did. They reacted with, "That's so terrible," or "That's so lucky." Reaction is usually born out of unconscious habits, patterns, and beliefs. As you notice any reactionary tendencies, allow the reactions to pass and then pause, take a breath or two. And as the reaction passes, ask yourself, maybe the reaction born out of these habits and patterns and beliefs, maybe that reaction has overlooked or overshadowed or distracted from a compassionate and reasoned response. Maybe there is a powerful, positive, productive response. Maybe I can review and revise and release my reactions. And you might end with some affirmation like, "I am more present and responsive to the force for good. I pause for the positive and the productive and the creative." As you become less reactive and more responsive, you become more mindful of a divine intelligence, of an infinite creativity, and a universal love within you. In the pause, you open to something more positive, more productive, and more powerful. You live more of living spirit, and it allows for living spirit to live more of you. Becoming more responsive, you feel and express more love, peace, joy, and compassion for yourself and for all the lives that your life touches. I know and trust you are lovable, loved, and loving. Until next time, farewell. Thanks for viewing this episode of What's on Your Mind from Vita Spiritual Learning Center. If you found this meaningful, please leave a comment, question, or suggestion in the chat. For more information, please visit vitaslc.org and consider making a tax-deductible contribution to support Vita's free programs. Remember to like, share, follow, and subscribe. Check out a new episode of What's on Your Mind every Tuesday.